Good evening, half a day. It is just after 4 o'clock here in Texas, in case you're new to my channel. So, if you haven't already been following my channel, this is my second time doing Vlogmas and daily posting. It doesn't necessarily have to be about Christmas stuff, but I started it last year, and so this year is season 2. But anyways, on a previous episode, I had asked viewers to give me some suggestions on what to cook. Because a lot of the stuff that I cook tends to be from where I'm from, which is my beautiful home island of Guam, Hapaday. And but I also enjoy cooking many other things. So I was looking for some inspiration, some tips, and one of my viewers, thank you so much for suggesting this. I believe it was Olivia. But she said because of the weather, here in Texas the last week we've been dealing anywhere from, the overnight lows has gotten below 30, right? But our daily highs have been in the 50s to mid 60s.
No, not below.
Below?
Into the 30s.
Oh, into the 30s for the low? Okay. So it's been cold real at night for sure. But anyway, so I've made soup on my live stream before. It's what we call kadamunuk, which is chicken soup. That is one of my favorite dishes to make because it has the chicken and potatoes, and you can pretty much put any vegetables you want in that one. But typically what I do is potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. But yeah, so I really like that. So, but for tonight, it's going to be a stew, and it's a tomato-based stew. I've never made it before. I've made something similar, so it's not completely new to me. So hopefully you guys will hang around and see how this goes. And while you are hanging around, don't forget to smash that like button, please and thank you. And don't mind the noise in the background. The hubby is setting up some Christmas stuff. So he's been unboxing stuff and he already set up the tree. But anyway, so the first thing that we are going to do is to go ahead and prep the onions. But let me just show you what we are working with at the moment. Welcome in, half a day. Don't forget to smash that like. Let's make some stew. So, onion, fresh green beans, potatoes. It is a tomato sauce base. I've got some seasoning, and I'm also going to be adding some frozen vegetables to this, which is what I forgot to bring out. So I'll bring out here in a second once we get these other things set. Oh, let me just put you guys over here instead. Sorry for the moving around. There we go. Okay. So first we are going to start with the onion. I'm not a big onion person, but when I do use onions, I like using sweet onion because it's not as pungent, This I don't mind eating. Hey Dorito, good evening, half a day. There are some dishes that requires what do you call that? To eat raw onions, and this is not going to be one of them, but I'm not a master chef or anything like that, but I do like to cook. The way I'm slicing this right now is probably better for onion rings. Come on. I only want the skin off. Come on. Normally skin is usually easier to come off. Usually I just take the top layer out, but for whatever reason. Here we go. What's wrong? What you're looking for? I said what you're looking for? Uh-oh. Sorry, my love. I'm just dicing up the onions. No rhyme or reason to the size.
My truck can come out even though I don't know one anymore.
Wait, what's wrong with it?
Because I don't own one anymore.
Oh, you don't own. Don't own. Okay. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I don't know who you're telling to get out, but let's be nice. All right. So we got the onions diced. And now just to cut up the green beans. Which, depending on how big to make them. Might have to get out more green beans. Hello, welcome in. Hey, Nan. I was making some stew, ground beef stew. I've done similar stuff, but not exactly this way, so it'll be a first for me. I might have to grab some more green beans because I am dealing with about 2 pounds of ground beef. So this might not be enough. Might get just a little bit more. I don't mind that it's not going to be green bean heavy. I'm fine with that. All right, let me rinse my taters. We're going to peel these and then we'll cut them up. I like to put once I cut up my potatoes or peel them, I like putting them in cold water. That just helps to draw out more of the starch. Green for green. Easier to capture the peels this way. Hey, NATO. Good evening. All right. So I've been seeing some stuff on TikTok about the different type of peelers. There was one that I actually just saw this morning, which is supposed to make peeling so much easier. And I bought one of those gadgets years ago where you can place the produce, whether it's a potato, carrots, apples, in this thing, and it pins it in place. And the peeler, when you turn it on, it just goes around it. But I guess I must have had the generic version of it, because, yeah. I mean, it worked. It peeled the stuff I needed to peel, but I don't know. Like I said, maybe because it was the generic version of that, but I've definitely been seeing those things making kind of like a comeback. And because peeling potatoes can definitely be a pain, and it can be messy. What? Oh yeah, stew. That's right. It's going to be a ground beef and a tomato-based stew. Did you find what you were looking for, babe? I take that as a no.
Never, never. God forbid. Pray pen curse never lifts. Looking up, looking.
Like I said, if you're hearing a lot of rustling in the background with boxes and whatnot, like I said, the hubby's pulled out the Christmas decorations, and he's looking for stuff.
I'm ready to put them back up already.
You're, yeah. Good thing about when you're making soups and stews, you know, they are, what's the word? Versatile. You can use different vegetables and whatnot, and protein. I think when I was looking this up, because I originally was thinking of doing like Spam goulash, but my husband was like, Spam? He doesn't like Spam. So I started looking up other things, and he was like, why don't you do something with the ground beef? So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and start looking it up. But anyways, one video I came across to increase the protein in this stew, not only did they use ground beef, but they added turkey to it, ground turkey.
Yeah, turkey.
But for this instance, we're going to stick to just ground beef. I'm hoping that'll be enough. We'll see. Once I dice them up, or not exactly dice them up, they're gonna be small chunks. I don't want them too big, but I also don't want them too small. I mean, so, because I know in some of the other videos, the bigger your potatoes are, the longer it's going to take to cook. So, but I also don't want them too small because I don't want them to break up in the stew. So, they're still a bit chunky. What? My hubby, as always, is in the background making fun of what I'm saying.
I'm not making fun of what you're saying.
Yes, you are. You're repeating.
No, you trigger a word or you trigger a sentence.
Yeah, I know. I know. I say something and it triggers a saying and whatnot. So when I said chunky, he's like, chunky monkey. Oh, cutting some of these too thin. Yeah, I cut it just a little too thin. But that's okay. And that they're still looking to be chunky, so. There are small pieces and then pieces that are a little bigger. Well, I think that should be good enough. I mean, I like potatoes, especially using ground beef. I have another recipe. It's not a stew or a soup, but I think that should be good enough. Kind of want to do one more, but I think that should be good. All right, so let's turn the stove on. I've got it at medium. Let's see, what do I want to use? What and what do I want to use? Since I'm using a tomato-based thing, so let's go ahead and use this one. Because if I were to use like my wooden spoons and whatnot, let's move you guys up. There you go. Hi, Karen. I'm not sure if you're still there, but hello. All right. So once the pot starts to heat up, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, and then we are going to start off by sauteing the onions. Like I said, I am going to add some corn to this because the corn, which I love adding to stuff like this because it does give it just that little bit of a sweetness to it. I'm also adding peas and carrots. Part of it is for a little bit more flavor as well as that visual look. You know, when you got the green, the orange, you got the yellow. But once we saute the onions before they are clear, we'll toss in the ground beef. Gotta get my minced garlic. Don't forget to smash the like button while you're here. And thank you. And what I also have, like I said, I'm going to be adding some minced garlic to it. Other than the onions, I am going to be adding some of this buttery garlic and herb. Yummy. I love using this. Smells good. I love it. I am going to be adding some basil to it. I rarely use anything outside of some of the spices that you already, or the seasoning that you see here. But the tip that I got when you're making stew, this is perfect to add to stew. So. I'm going to turn it up just a little more to help speed up the heating up of the pot process. But how's everybody doing this Monday evening? I appreciate y'all coming out to hang with me. Like I said, this is going to be my first time making this type of dish. Let's drop one in and see. No. I'm not getting that sizzle yet. Mine is in the entryway. I don't know where's the one you were wearing earlier.
Yeah. Don't have any one of the goddamn three I want to walk around with. There you go.
You'll know the pot is at a decent heat when you toss in the onion and you get a sizzle, or they start to, whoops, they start to bubble. Earthquake. Getting there. Who's that? Does he have something like it already? Ask her. Doesn't he have something like that already?
What do you want? Probably something like it.
All right, that one is starting to sizzle, so there we go.
That's a lot of pepper.
You hear the sizzle? Can you hear that? No, on that one. I meant just to go in on that one. I don't know. See what are the options. I mean, I want to get him something like that. Yeah. Wait, you said that's the exact one he wants? Huh? Oh, well then sure. Yeah. All right. And before this starts to turn translucent, I'm going to add, let me turn this down now. I'm going to add some minced garlic to that, and then we're going to toss in the ground beef. Yeah. It's already smelling good now because the garlic has been added. So now let's add the ground beef. Like I said, I'm working with about 2 pounds of ground beef. And this one is 80/20. And it was suggested that, you know, the leaner the ground beef, the better. Because then you don't have to drain it. Yummy, raw meat. Oh, knocking my phone around. Sorry for that other earthquake there. All right. I know we got fresh onions in there, but let's go ahead and add more onion. Regular garlic. And buttery garlic. Oh yeah. Normally when I cook ground beef, I like to try and brown the meat before I do anything else, because what I do is I add water. And I add water because to me, when it comes time to drain it, it just pulls the oil faster. Give that a chance to brown some. While that is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and open up a can of tomato sauce. And some diced tomatoes. I'm going to give that just another couple of minutes to continue to brown. And I'm going to drain my potatoes now. Potatoes. And also what I like to do before the ground beef is completely browned is I'm going to go ahead and start tossing more stuff in here. Like the tomato sauce, some more seasoning. And that just helps to, at least for me, to make sure we get more flavor into the meat. Just adding some of the basil. Yeah, basil. And now we're going to add in the diced tomatoes. And the tomato sauce. I'm going to do about half the can first. And we're going to go from there. I know I'm dealing with about 2 pounds of ground beef. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that can. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add the rest of that. Might need to open up my other can of tomato sauce.
What's that? Talk to people. We got people watching. Woman?
Yes, it's just I'm quiet sometimes because I'm also going to be editing it to make short.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
long periods.
I don't mean to be quiet, but as I don't know if you heard what I told my hubby, is that I'm being quiet because I want to take, edit portions of this to make a short. Now, in some recipes, and I don't know how this one's going to come out, some recipes that I came across, they add broth, beef broth. And I don't have that, so we're not going to add that. So we'll see how this one comes out. And then we'll go from there. All right, so I just turned up the heat some more. And now we're going to go ahead and toss in my potatoes. I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes to give the potatoes a chance to start cooking. And then from there, I'll add the green beans and the frozen veggies. So we'll wait about 5 minutes or so. Give that chance to start to stew. Now I've got my temperature set up on the stove to medium high. While this is stewing, do you guys have a favorite soup or stew? And then don't forget again, while you guys are here, smash that like button, please. Let's see if we can make it to 20 likes.
Track of my coffee anyway.
Hmm?
Said I lost track of my coffee anyway.
Oh, it's cold now. Turn the hot water back on. Presley. You have chicken taco filling going in the crock pot. Sounds good. No, we're actually making stew. How's it going, Presley? It's ground beef stew in a tomato base. Right now, I've got the ground beef, onions, the tomatoes, diced up tomatoes and tomato sauce, and potatoes in there right now. And I'm just giving the potatoes a chance to cook ahead of the green beans, and then because I'll be adding fresh green beans. And then I've got some frozen veggies. Doing good, doing good. I'm hoping that as soon as we're done with the stew, cooking the stew, maybe get out there and work for an hour or so. See if we can make any money tonight. And then come back and enjoy the stew, because the longer you let it stew, the more flavorful it's supposed to be. Haha, look at that. I'm still gonna wait about 3 more minutes before I add in the green beans. But that's what the stew is looking like so far. You'll come over and babysit the stew? And how much will be left afterwards? What, Slinky? Pinky. Hey, Jim Rat. Have you guys had ground beef stew before? Like I said, I've done ground beef in a lot of different ways, and I've done something similar, but not like this. So we'll see. And I honestly wish I did have some beef stock or beef um, broth, because I wonder how much of a difference that's going to make. You should text Zoe to see if she's still at the store. Where's your phone?
Over there.
Huh?
Over there. On the thing.
My daughter's at the... Oh, are you on your way home already? Oh. How much longer before you're home? Oh, okay. Oh, I was gonna see if you were on your way home to swing by DG and pick up beef broth. for the stew. Well, you can. I know, but it's not expensive at DG. So if you can do that before you come home. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, just one. All right. Love you. Bye. She's like, one more thing for her to do. She was out Christmas shopping. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's smelling good. Doing good. I'm just trying this recipe for the first time. So, all right, now we are going to toss in the fresh green beans. Look how that makes that look. Adding in the green beans. Oh. Oh yeah, if I had the why does my scissors keep disappearing? We have 3 scissors right here. It's okay. You still need it? I'm gonna try it. Of course I want to try it. And what do you call that? If it's good as is, I'm not gonna mess with it to add the beef broth, but we'll just have to wait and see. All right, so I'm just gonna give that a couple of minutes to stew. And then I'm going to add my frozen veggies, and then we'll let it cook and simmer some more for about 10 more minutes. Because the potatoes, since I didn't make them really chunky, it shouldn't take as long. 15 minutes should be good for that, for the potatoes to cook. All right, let's go ahead and add some frozen veggies. Look at that. All right, so I've got it about sitting at medium. We set the timer. Let it stew for about 7 minutes. And then we'll test the potato. Off. Last Ziploc bag, so we need to make sure we grab Ziploc bags. That's where it out.
You're on me. No wonder it's not supposed to split.
Thank you for making us Guam's favorite, Isla 63. of Christmas past with these holiday classics here on Isla Digital Radio.
The language y'all are hearing is Chamorro language of Guam.
Let the holiday spirit fill your heart. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from Isla Digital Radio.
All right, y'all. Just taking a quick break because it says I got about 7 minutes left on the timer to let that keep cooking. So like I said, the hubby in the background has been setting up some of the Christmas stuff. And it's not ready yet, but that's what it's looking like so far. I'm using my big head to cover that. Yes. I'm still have some fixing up to do before I can put out more Christmas decorations. But like I said, the language you guys are hearing in this music is Chamorro, and that's our language of Guam. It does have some similar words as you would hear in Spanish because it was heavily influenced, you know, due to Magellan and everything back in the day. So, yeah. But it shows we still got about 6 minutes to go. And I think the potato that I picked up to see if it had softened at all, I think that was one of the larger pieces. And like I said, that when I was cutting them, that is one of the downsides. Whenever you're cutting up potatoes, the bigger they are, the longer they have to cook. So I just don't want them to turn to mush, you know. That's why I'm setting it up to let it cook for like every 7 to 10 minutes and then just test it from there. I haven't tasted it yet. Don't be playing no reindeer games with us. Shh. Let me see. My house is a mess. That's why you're looking at it from this angle. I just want to show off my... Aha. I want to show off my... What do you call this thing? This cabinet again?
China cabinet.
Our China curio cabinet. We found this cabinet at a thrift store. And we got it for a deal, especially after we looked it up to see how much stuff like this, and excuse you, cost. But we have a lot of our Guam stuff, our Guam decoration in here. It's what we call a galidi, which is our canoe boat, our latte stone. And these were the homes or the huts that was built to be perched on the latte stones. So that's pretty cool. And that's our island of Guam. I mainly grew up in the central part of Guam, but I did spend some of my younger years on the southern part of Meso or Mariso, down here. Slinky! Slinky! Hi, Slinky. And then this was from our travels. We got a lot of the shot glasses from stateside, as well as some of these castles from when we were overseas in England and Germany. We didn't get all the mini castles as I wanted. This is from Lexi. This is my dragon. This is Daddy's dragon right there. All right, let's go check on the stew. right, so it says we have about 2 minutes. No, what? Smells good, doesn't it? Oh, baby. But doesn't it smell good? Can you, let me grab a fork.
Bust that butter to the toast.
Coffee good.
Okay. And that didn't go in smoothly, so it's still not ready. So let me up the time. And the other difference too about this one here is I'm using gold potatoes instead of my normal russet potatoes that I usually cook with. So, I mean, I don't think it should make much of a difference in reference to how long it takes. I mean, it's already been cooking for more than 20 minutes. And when I make my kaddu, which is the soup, I even make the chunks bigger than this. And it's usually ready in about 20 minutes once we add the potatoes. So, I don't know. But I'm going to grab a spoon and I want to taste the sauce. Hello, hey Carl. How's it going? Hi. I just really ultimately want to scream right now. Oh no. What's going on? What's going on? The order is fine. It's just my toddler kept running off and everything and didn't want to listen. Aw. Sorry about that. And that makes it rough. Working with kids, working when we have our kids with us. I know when my 2 younger ones were toddlers, while hubby was still at work, I was a bagger at a commissary grocery store on military installation. All right, let's try this. The potatoes aren't ready yet, so that's going to still continue cooking, but I want to see what it tastes like so far. But one time when they got out of school and I was still working, they got to hang out at the grocery store with me. Thank goodness they did good. Sitting on the bench and just reading, playing with their toys. Hmm. Hopefully Zoe comes. I think I want to I'm adding some salt to it, and I'm surprised that I would need to do that. But it feels like it was missing something. So I added some salt to this. Probably going to have to add some more with the amount of stew that's in here. But I think that's also where the broth comes in. if I have the beef broth, that would help. Other than that, other than, at least for me, tasting like it needed salt, tastes good. Babe, you want to come try this? Sorry. I'm interrupting what he's trying to do. One more try. Huh? It's too hot? So what do you think? More salt? No salt? No more salt? Tastes good? Okay. Smash the like button, y'all. See if we can get to the 20 likes. All right, so he says it's good. I want to try it one more time now that I added some more salt. Gotta blow on it before you put it in your mouth. It's too hot. 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 Much better. Oh, much better. Much better. Potatoes are softer, but they're not done. They're getting there. Yes. Yeah, just one. Okay. Yeah, because the stew's almost done. Okay. All right, bye-bye. I just really order from, which is why I wish I could just do the curbside. I never know how hard it is to shop with kids until now. Then I forgot how hard it was to shop with my toddler. Oh, can't wait until he's fully out of toddler stage. Why do I recognize the song? I know it's in a different language, but because a lot of these are the traditional Christmas songs. Come on. Look. Oh, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore. In heaven. Alright, so what I'm going to do when my daughter gets here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take some of this stew and put it in here, and I'm wondering and then I'm going to mix the beef broth in the smaller pot, and I'm going to see if I like the way it tastes. Then I'll add more. We'll see which one the hubby and the daughter like. See which they like better. because it's almost done. But my daughter's on her way home already, and the potatoes are just about soft now, so. This song sounds like it's slowly from church. Ah, yes, yeah. Some of it is sung in English. Come on, let's.
Listen live all over the world. KUAM.com, Guam's favorite. Listen at 63.
Woo. Did we hit our 20? Nope. We're at 19. Come on, y'all. Smash that like, please. Si tu es Masi. What? I don't know what they're saying there. I'm just waiting now for my daughter to get here so I can transfer some. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I'm going to transfer some to this other pot. And especially because I need to make it more soupy. Because the potatoes and the meat and the whatchamacallit is being soaked up, so there's not a lot of sauce in here. All right, and lowering it down even more. Like I said, this one I'm going to leave as is. And when my daughter gets here, I'm going to add the beef broth to this one. And we'll see how it tastes. And the great thing about this stew is that you can eat it as is. It's got potatoes in there, and it's very hearty with the vegetables and the meat, that you don't need to add rice. You don't need to eat it with anything else. You can eat it as is, which is really, I can't wait. Can't wait. Is she here yet? Do we need a new tree topper? Do we even still have our tree topper? I get Santa. Don't we have an angel and then Santa also?
Star.
Oh yeah, the star. Ooh, the star, because that's the one that has the. Oh, Santa. But I like the star because it has the light thing. Santa. Oh. Santa it is. Did you find my snow? Gotta put the snow in there. Okay. Woohoo! We hit 20. Thank you guys. Woo! We got. Oh, now we're up to 21 likes. Yes, come on. Keep it coming. For those of you guys that are just popping in, the smaller pot is the exact same thing that's in here. I'm waiting for my daughter to come in. Huh? Okay. I'm waiting for my daughter to come in so I can add the beef broth to this one. The song that was played earlier, and that kind of helped me calm down a bit. Aw, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad that was perfect timing. I'm just waiting for her to come home so I can add the beef broth to this one. I don't know what I'm going to add to this. This needs to be a little bit more soupy. And if I add just water to this, I'm going to have to add more salt, that's for sure. Come on, Zozo, let's go. Yay, my beef broth is here. Thank you. My beef broth is here. It's the DG brand, but that's okay. All right, let's add this in there. It's maybe half a cup. That's maybe half a cup that's in there. Terry, how's it going, young lady? I am making ground beef stew, and on the smaller pot over here, I just added some beef broth because I need it to be just a little bit more soupy, but I wanted to see what it was going to taste like. That's why I have a small amount over here. All right, let's try it. Babe, come try this. Zoe, come try this. Oh, she's upstairs already. So this is the one with the brown. Well, you gotta blow the food, not me. Blow the food, not me. Better with the broth, right?
No.
Hey, Colleen. So this is I like it with the beef broth. Zoe! But it is a ground beef stew, and I've got green beans, fresh green beans. I've got potatoes, there's onions in there, garlic, and then I also added some frozen veggies with peas, carrots, and corn. Definitely have to throw the corn in there because I just love getting that pop of sweetness when you get the corn in the bite. But in the recipes that I was coming across, one of them or a couple of them had have you adding beef broth to the mix. And I personally like, hubby says it's fine either way. So, but I don't know. I personally like having it with the beef broth. Cause see, it's not as soupy now with the as compared to this. because I added the beef broth. I mean, I can always add water to this and more salt so it doesn't lose some of that flavor. Zoe, come try this. Try this one first. Try that one first. And then I want you to try the smaller pot. Now this is the one this is the one that has the beef broth in it. Tell me which tastes better. What do you think? With or without? I actually taste the difference.
I think that one's like slightly sweet.
So I'm going to add this back into the pot, into the mix. Okay. So Zoe gave it a thumbs up. She said either one.
I mean,
Either
like,
one is
because
good.
because there's already beef in it.
Yeah, the ground beef. Yeah, the beef broth is supposed to just, bring it out.
Bring it out, bring it out. It did taste slightly like beef. Why'd you buy that?
By what? I didn't know. You have it hiding in there.
That's not bad one. How's the strawberry shortcake one?
That one's good.
There's one
All
more.
right.
Did you buy a whole thing? Or?
Yeah. All right. So, again, with the beef stew, I'm sorry, ground beef stew, not just beef stew, but ground beef stew, I have peas, carrots, corn, green beans, and potatoes. I have onions in there, garlic, and then seasoning, which I did also add some basil into this as well.
Basil. Hello, Basil.
And you can eat it just as is, just like it is, because it's hearty enough that you don't need to eat it with rice or anything like that. Plus it has the potato in there, so the potatoes. Have you tried this in a crock pot? No. I think the only reason why it would be to do in a crock pot is probably because of the potatoes. I don't know. But otherwise, honestly, I don't know how that would, if I did this in a crock pot, because wouldn't the potatoes come out too soft? All right, I have to try it now with the potato. Gotta try it with the potato. And a green bean. Give me a green bean. So it has almost all the veggies in here. Let me grab a carrot. And there is diced tomatoes in here too. So it has a little bit of everything in there now. All right. Cheers. It's still hot.
I'm sure when the holiday season is, when I'm repacking shit, I find it.
Hmm.
Do you know the muffin there?
I'm wondering. about, I started cooking about an hour ago now because at the start of the live stream, I was prepping with cutting up the veggies and whatnot. I think when I added the salt earlier, before I added the beef broth, then it was starting to become just a tad on the salty side. So I added a little bit more broth because I want it to be just a little bit on the soupy side, just a little bit. I know stews are supposed to be more hearty and thicker, so, but for the actual cooking, it's been about an hour now and it's pretty much done. I'm just gonna let this sit, so then that way the potatoes can continue to absorb the flavors of the stew. And I still have it on low right now to keep it going, the cooking process for both the potatoes and the green beans, since they're fresh potatoes. I'm gonna let that go for at least another 10 minutes. And then I think everything should be done. But again, this is the first time I'm making it this way. So, I mean, I've done something similar with ground beef in tomato sauce, but not exactly this way. So I'm surprised it was taking, because normally with ground beef and everything, it shouldn't take as long as it has been. But because I made the potatoes a little bit on the chunky side and it's fresh green beans, I guess it's just having to cook a little bit longer. But there you go, y'all. Ground beef stew. So you throw it in all together. Can I get a plate? If you over stir, the potatoes will break up and crumble. Yeah, that's why the potatoes are a bit on the chunky side. But Colleen, no. Once I sauteed the onions and then I started to brown the meat, then that's when I started to add some of the ingredients like the canned tomato, the tomato sauce, the diced tomatoes, and then I threw in the potatoes first because I knew it would take the longest for the potatoes. And I let that cook for about 5 to 6 minutes before I added the green beans. And then it's now been cooking with everything 25 yeah, so actually with everything, all the ingredients in there and the seasoning and whatnot, it's been cooking for a little more than 30 minutes with everything. Yes. So you want to start to saute the onions before they become fully translucent. Then I toss in the minced garlic. Let that cook for about a minute before I toss in the ground beef, and then let that start to brown. Adding some of the seasoning. I still added more onion and garlic powder. I added some of my garlic and herb seasoning. I also added basil, and I let that cook for a few minutes before I added the potatoes, and then cook some more. And then I added the green beans, cook some more, and then I added everything else. And like I said, it's been stewing for more than 30 minutes now. But it's really good. It's really good. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to get out there and work. I wanted to get out there and do some gig work, but hubby says he's starving. It looks so good. I believe my mom made something like this. Like I said, when I was researching the recipe for this, I came across several different versions. So some had the beef broth, some didn't. Most of them did not add the corn, that's for sure, or the peas. But that's what I want. That's what you can cater to your liking when it comes to the veggies. The only other thing that I probably would change when I make this again is probably just to make the potatoes just a tad bit smaller, to make them a little bit more bite size, so then that way it doesn't take as long. And then on the green beans, I'll probably cut them down to half size so they can cook faster. But the only other thing that I would change on cooking this again, because I used 80-20, so this was lean ground beef. Well, a little bit leaner than I'm used to. But probably not use my olive oil to saute the onions. I think I might have put a little too much, because I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but you got some of the oil all on the outside.
That's less green.
Hmm?
That one has more fat.
No, it was.
The one that we normally get is a higher, leaner.
This was 80.
Yeah, I think it's.
No, normally we get 72. Uh-huh. Oh no, that's why I said this was just a tad bit more leaner than
It's good for your soul. Don't worry about it. Just leave it
normally do.
Let it go. And what did you say?
What? About what?
What did you say? Did you say something about working?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
My hubby just said I'm out of my mind to try and get out there and work.
One order this morning didn't tell you anything.
But you know, night times
I know.
do better.
I mean, we're just working.
Hey, Dad. Aw, thank you, Terry. No, no worries, Deb. It's okay. You know, we're out there trying to support everybody, and especially if we are having different live streams going all at the same time. Typing in, whoops, wrong chat. See if you guys recognize this song. It's interesting that you say that, Deb, because my original meal that I wanted to cook for tonight was Spam goulash. Of course, my hubby's not a fan of Spam, so he was like, Spam? He was like, do something with the ground beef. I was like, okay, I'll do something with the ground beef. But the Spam goulash is very similar to the setup on this, except for no green beans, no potatoes. But I do use Spam instead of the ground beef. I put it in tomato sauce, and I add the peas, carrots, and corn. And it's more soupy, so we would eat it over rice. But that's what I was gonna do originally, was the goulash. And then I started looking, I was like, well, what kind of other goulashes can I try to make? And then I ended up seeing more stuff on stews. So I was like, okay, let me make a stew. Commercial. How can we can't fast forward through that.
Whatever channel's commercial. That's long commercial right there.
All right, you ready to try it one more time?
You can hear one from Calvo's Insurance here in a second.
Yeah. All right.
The actual news.
Oh, it's just the KUM news?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so now I'm going to give you with a potato and a green bean, and tell me. Make sure you blow, because even though I was blowing on it for a minute, it was still pretty hot. Here. Make sure you keep blowing on it, because I had to spit it back out onto this, because I was like, too hot.
Burn my tongue.
Instead of your whole mouth.
I'd rather burn my lip than my tongue.
Still too hot. Too hot. Too hot, baby. Hmm? Well. What? What happened to Santa? Did he fall? You took him down? No, I gotta add the snow pieces to it and the ornaments. So it's good? Was the potato soft and the green bean? How was the green bean? Was it crunchy? Or was it a little bit on the soft side for the green bean? All right, everyone should know this one. Except for I know that one's definitely going to get me to have to edit the live stream. But as I was saying, there you go. Do that again. Let me stir that up. All right, that is my ground beef stew right there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out if you haven't already done so. We got to 25, so yay. But keep tuning in to see what else we have going on, especially for my my Vlogmas 2025. I do have, hey, thank you. I was just getting ready to closing out my live stream, but this is what I was doing. So go ahead and rewind and watch from the beginning. Ground beef stew. But go and check out the rest of the videos and the episodes that's on my Vlogmas 2025 episode. There is another favor that, did I? Yes, there is another favor that I asked y'all to help me out with. So go check out the previous episodes. Until then, to my fellow, and thank you for the, oh, yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Coming, let's see, what is Palm? Sorry, is it Pomnifan? But thank you, I appreciate that. I know Fran did a shout out for me on her posting on her page, so I appreciate that. She's helping me on my journey to 4K on my watch hours. So everybody that was here throughout the live stream tonight, I appreciate it. Sizu Masi. But to my fellow gig workers, if you guys are going to get out there and work tonight, make that money, stay safe, stay vigilant, y'all. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next video, live stream. If you're new to my channel and if you just subbed, go and watch one of my short videos because that'll help validate your subscription to my channel. Until then,
In the eyes of YouTube.
as my hubby just said, in the eyes of YouTube, because that's what they want you to, that's how they validate subs to the channel. Adios for now. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Let's get a picture of the